Hallo und gut Heil. Hey everyone, it's Andrew Houghtailing again. Thanks to everyone who checked out our Prussian drill live stream, where we were talking about the evidence behind the drill used by the 9th Ohio. It was really great to have such an active discussion for that live stream. We've got the why, now we need to deal with the how. I want you to stay with me till the end of this video, though. I have a nice surprise for everyone. And it relates to a comment a few of you made during the live stream the other night. Now, over the next couple weeks, we'll be sharing videos in a slideshow format to demonstrate the basics of the drill. This is going to cover posture and facings, manual of arms, inspection, and loading and firing to start with. And then in the following weeks and months, we'll be presenting new videos as well as working closely with Civil War Digital Digest to provide you with a good sampling of common German terms you might want to become familiar with. The 9th Ohio A Living History will also be hosting several opportunities to drill live over the coming months at various places in the region, so you want to stay tuned for that too. As I mentioned on the live stream, these videos are not a word-for-word recreation of the PER or Preußische Exerzierreglement. They were translated and rewritten for English-speaking living historians, and each video is intended to be in easy-to-understand instructional English. I've tried wherever possible to keep the same order and have the same section numbers listed in the videos corresponding to those in the PER, but there are some places in the PER where they reference sections out of order and that haven't even been talked about yet. Since we're working backward from the PER to a system that could be used in conjunction with American military structure, there are a few minor alterations or parts that have been cut out entirely. For example, anything that is referencing 3 ranks. These have been left out of the videos, but when we do an edited published version, we'll go ahead and include the original translation in the notes. The first video is going to be about the position of the soldier, some basic commands and the facings, and should be posted in a day or two, so be on the lookout. Now, let's talk live drill. I'm really excited to announce 2 dates and locations where you can find us, fall in with us, and get some live drill in before coming out to Neuner in August. We'd love for you to register if you haven't already for the event in August, but even if you're unable to join us in August, come on out and take part in one of these unique experiences. Besides, you never know where you might see a version of it again. Authentic German impressions are here to stay. And you know the 9th Ohio Living History is not going anywhere. So now I want to stress that the focus of these events is to come together prior to our event in August. So there won't be super strict authenticity standards. I just suggest that you shoot for what you're bringing to Neuner, or what part of it you can from, for those of you that are still waiting on items. We're not going to be checking on you at the door or anything like that. The first dates I'm going to give to you, and I'll put it up on the screen here, are April 24th and 25th. Yes, I realize that's coming up very soon. I would have announced it earlier. I just wasn't able to officially confirm that yet. This will be a perfect opportunity to come out in a relaxed atmosphere, get to know each other, as well as start nailing down some of the finer points of the impression, including drill. So we'll have details coming on that as soon as possible. There will definitely be at least one more date in addition to these 2 that I'm announcing today, but for the later ones, we're still working on dates and locations. Keep a lookout, though, for more dates, but I can assure you our camp is always open. Okay, I promise I'm going to get to the surprise at the end, and I'll give you a hint. It's got to do with field music. Now think on that a moment. But the other dates I want you to all to circle on your calendars are July 16th, 17th, and 18th right here in Cincinnati. The event is called Schutzenfest Cincinnati, and it's presented by Kolping Society of Cincinnati, which is a fellow member of the German American Citizens League of Greater Cincinnati. And what is this event? Why is it special? I'll be putting out some more information later this summer that's a little bit more specific, but basically it goes like this. Schutzenfest is quite literally a sharpshooter or marksman's festival. The origins date back hundreds of years, and one of the sort of legends that it started back in the Middle Ages when a hunter saw an eagle about to swoop down and attack a child out in the field, and he drew his bow and shot him out of the sky, shot the eagle out of the sky. Now, at most Schützenfeste, including Schützenfest Cincinnati, members of the Schützenverein take turns shooting at this large wooden eagle, winning prizes for hitting certain targets, and then the one that takes down what's left of the eagle with the last shot is named the Schützenkönig for the next year. Now, the 9th Ohio Living History has been asked by Kolping Society to provide a living history display to patrons that are attending, provided that COVID restrictions allow us to do that. There will also be ample opportunity for company drill, as well as a parade, and plenty of time to enjoy Cincinnati, German-American culture, delicious food, and of course, everybody's favorite beer. Now, why are we talking about this? Why is Schützenfest significant to the 9th Ohio, and why is this Schützenfest in particular so important? Well, first off, the first Schützenfest in the United States was held in Cincinnati in 1866. Does that date and location start to make a bit more sense with what we've been talking about? Down at the Cincinnati Museum Center and Archives here, you'll find a file on the founding of this first Marksman's Club, or Schützenverein. And there were originally 260 men who paid into this club and were its first members. And when we look at those original documents, they tell the story of German-American soldiers returning home victorious from war and wanting to maintain comradeship by carrying on a German tradition from home. They also tell the story of the Turners and the 9th Ohio. Some of these names: 48er August Willich, Gustav Tafel, co-founder of the first Turner Club in the United States and really co-founder of the 9th Ohio, Georg Hardees, who was the adjutant for the 9th Ohio, who served all 3 years. We have Friedrich Bertsch, author of all those great letters from Joseph Reinhardt's A German Hurrah, and creator of that awesome Turner lithograph that we talked about. We have Ernst Riedel and Charles Gensch, who are NCOs from First Company, and Karl Josef, who is its captain, who I'll be portraying at Die Neuner. So, see, the history is really rich here in Cincinnati. It's still alive through groups like Kolping Society, the 9th Ohio Living History, the rest of the GACL. And again, more details to come on Schützenfest, but I strongly encourage you to come check that out if you're able. I guarantee if you join us this year, you will want to be back next year. All right, now, the surprise I promised you all in the beginning. Like we explained during the live stream, probably the most easily recognizable hallmark of the PER was the bugle call system they used. Each company had its own designating signal, which preceded whichever command they were expected to follow. So this way, orders could be received at the battalion level and filtered down to the company level with minimal delay or confusion. So, today, we're just going to give you guys a small taste. I'm going to play for you the Benennungssignalen, or designating signals, for each company, as well as the battalion as a whole, or das Ganze. So these signals were recorded and performed by the bugler for the 9th Ohio Living History. His name is Craig Flick, and he will be also performing as Erste Kompanies bugler Hornist at Die Neuner. So the first thing that you're going to hear is the signal for the battalion. This is known as das Ganze, which literally means the whole. So here we go. And I'll play it again. Now, hearing this, you would know that the next signal played would apply to the entire battalion. The second one here that I'm going to play is for Erste Kompanie. And I'll play it again. All right, the next one is going to be for you folks in Captain Ferdinand Müller's Zweite Kompanie, Second Company. And again. And the last, finally, for Dritte Company and Captain Wilhelm Stengel. And again. All right, everyone, that's enough for now. But keep an eye out for more updates on both the drill and when and where you can experience it live and in person. Before die Neuner on August 6th through 8th. Bis nächstes Mal alle. Until next time, everyone. Auf Wiedersehen.